Hey there guys, how are you? So welcome to a brand new Q&A. I'm in my kitchen right now. It'll make sense in just a second. By the way, I have to wash my dishes. I'm too lazy. Anyway guys, I wanted to tell you about a brand new web series. It's called What's in My Fridge. It's where they go behind the scenes in depth and they show you the inside of the refrigerators of some of your favorite YouTubers. So check this video out right here while I get a cup of water. I'll be right back.
Hey guys, Cassie here from Vlogalates.
I'm Greg Benson of Mediocre Films.
Brussels sprout stocks are in season.
Cinnamon swirl bread makes the greatest French toast ever.
Anyway, it's on the upwave, and each episode will leave you with something you never knew about some of your favorite YouTubers like Michael Buckley, and it's Judy time. So without further ado, let's dive into the cold depths of my refrigerator, because it's not what's in my refrigerator that defines me, it's what I eat. Alright, so I haven't went to the store in like 3 weeks, and I have a lot of condiments. That's what I'm all about. I'm all about ketchup and taco sauce. I got an empty thing of chocolate milk down there, some old pancakes, I don't know why those are in there, some cottage cheese. By the way, this right here, this is the nectar of the gods. Let's go up here. This is my supplement area. This is what keeps me going. This is what makes working out fun. This right here, this is crap. I'm all about energy and getting my heart pounding before I go to the gym. I mix this with this, and then after the workout, I take a little creatine and a little whey protein. Supplements just make working out more fun. Anyway guys, click the annotation down below, find out more about some of your favorite YouTubers, what's lurking in the back of their refrigerators, learn more about living on the up, and click subscribe. And by the way, if you do subscribe, tell them Johnny Flickster sent you. So let me grab my cup of water right here, and we can go down into the dark depths of the Flick Cave. Ah! You guys hear that scream? Let's go. Hey there guys, how are you? So I'm sitting down here in the chair of wisdom. Yeah, I call this the chair of wisdom. This is where I eat my popcorn and watch my movies. Anyway, from now on, we're gonna do something different with the Q&As. I'm gonna do two-part Q&As. So I have the first part and the second part, and they both go live at the same time. And each part will be about 15 minutes long. That way we have 30 minutes of Q&A questions, and that way, I know it's kind of hard to watch 30-minute videos, so that way I think it's easier for you guys to watch them. Also, by doing two parts, I can kind of jump around to the questions more. Like I can have, here's how it's gonna work. I know this is very complicated, and I'm gonna jump into the questions in like 3 seconds. But you know, for part one, okay, if you guys wanna ask any questions down below as usual, do that. And then for part two, ask more questions down below on that video. So next week after that, when I go to answer the questions, I'll take questions from each part of the video. That way we get a nice mix and blend of questions. I don't think anything's making sense that I say right now. I said it and it didn't even make sense to me. Anyway, guys, let me start the timer here. Start. There we go. Okay. All right, guys. So let's jump into your questions. And by the way, like I said, part two of the Q&A will be right here. You click that, and you can jump into part two if you got the time. If you got the time and the money, I'll be at the place. Hey John, are you going to get Breaking Bad, the complete series on Blu-ray when it comes out? Walt's Money Barrel. Laugh out loud. By the way, you're awesome. Thank you, man. Here's my complaint with that. I love Breaking Bad, my favorite TV show of all time. As far as buying it all and watching it again, I don't know. I don't think I'd ever just go out of my way to put the Blu-ray back in to watch it. Like, whenever it's on TV, I sit there and I'm glued to it. But to sit there and watch the series again on Blu-ray, it would be fun, like in a couple years from now. But I don't feel like it's one of those things that I'm going to rewatch a lot. And my complaint with that set is the Money Barrel's cool. Like, that's cool. I'd probably buy it if it was cheap enough, in all honesty. But why couldn't that have been an art... Why are you beeping already? I'm stupid. I set the timer for like 30 seconds. Okay, whatever. But here's my complaint. Why isn't that set an RV? Like, couldn't they have made that like an RV where you open up the top of it and all the discs are in there? A barrel, but an RV would have been awesome to sit on the shelf. All right, next question. Hey, John Boy, I get you look mighty fine in drag, yum yum. Worry mommy's coming home to play. Say that in the Nick Cage voice. I got a little bit scared there for a second, man. Okay. I'll attempt it. Hey, big boy, I bet you look mighty fine in drag. Yum, yum. That's all I can do in the Nick Cage voice. Okay. I'm telling you, John, you should have your own TV show. I'd watch it. You'd make every topic funny. Great entertaining. Great entertainment. I'll take a TV show. You hand me a TV show, I'll take it. Even if I did have a TV show, it'd be on like some shitty cable network at like 3 o'clock in the morning. But I'd still love to do it. Maybe one day. John, what are your thoughts on the Breaking Bad remake? I personally think they should leave it as it is. Yeah, how do you top what they've already done? Anything that you do will just be second rate. Are you talking about the Spanish TV show that they want to make with Breaking Bad? Because it almost looks like a parody of what they're trying to do with that. Hello, John. I don't want to ask you questions. I just want to tell you I'm a big fan of yours from Dubai. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's crazy that, you know, it is bizarre when you really sit back and look at it. There's people from every part of the planet that watch, you know, videos that I make, and it's just really cool. Sometimes I sit there and I think about things like that, and I contemplate life for hours at a time while I listen to the soundtrack to Inception. By the way, if you guys are ever having one of those days where you're like thinking about your entire life, I know we're getting a little bit deep and dark right here, but that's what it's all about. Listen to the Inception soundtrack and just sit there and close your eyes. And when you sit back up, you'll be a new man. That's my guarantee to you. What are your thoughts on American Hustle? Is it Pig's Pussy Pork? Love that movie. That is a phenomenal movie. It's hilarious, it's funny, and I really enjoy it. It's one of those movies I waited years and years to watch, but once I finally did, I was like, I like this. Hey, John, just a quick question. What are the posters in your back? It's called the Flick Cave. Are the original one-sheets? The posters in here, they're all reprints, so they're all like $10 posters. To have the original one-sheets would be pretty cool. I do have one original one-sheet. Let me grab it for you. Hang on. I'll break you. That's from Rocky 4, and here we go. BG. It's the original one sheet from Rocky 4, with Rocky held up high with the American flag wrapped around him. Really cool. I actually got that from my my fellow YouTube pal in here, the Crazy Jason. So type his name in. Really cool guy. But as far as the rest of them, I got Kick-Ass, Watchmen, Back to the Future, and a Batman poster. I do want to get a Dark Knight poster, the one where he's standing in front of the building with the burning bat symbol in the back. Okay. If you had to choose to cut off your penis or your balls, which would you choose? That's why I appreciate my subscribers. Not a lot of people would get questions like that, but those are the ones I can always count on from you. Whew, man. It's kind of a lose-lose, isn't it? It really is a lose-lose situation. I would take death. There would be no option. Put a bullet in my head, I'm done. Scarlett Johansson was so hot in Don John. Do you agree, Johnny? Well, of course I agree. Do you like College Humor Batman videos? Yeah, I do. I've watched probably all of them. I enjoy them. I've got something that will change your mind about anime, John. It's called Samurai Champloo. Look it up. I will look it up. I am curious. Like I said, I have a lot of friends who watch anime. I've watched it, and I appreciate the artwork, the artistic value that it has. It's just one of those things that doesn't connect with me. All right, you asked a lot of questions. I'll try to pick one here. Do you think Chris Benoit, the WWE wrestler, should be inducted into the Hall of Fame? You know, here's the thing about Chris Benoit, okay? And if you guys aren't familiar, this guy one night snapped, lost his mind, killed his family. He had a young son and a wife, and then he killed himself. And not to take anything away from that guy as a wrestler, because he was a great technical wrestler. I really enjoyed his matches. He was intense. He had what it took. But you know what? When the actions of your personal life, you do something that horrific, I think that almost discredits you for everything you've ever done before in your life. It wasn't like you got caught, with some weed or something in your car. you killed your family, man. Like, and just on that, no, if I was Vince McMahon, I probably wouldn't induct him into the Hall of Fame just because that's too much of a bad memory to bring up. If you want to remember him as being a good wrestler, fine, but your actions as a man, what you did, the way you went out, I think that discredits every accomplishment you had before that. I mean, there's no explanation that'll make what that guy did okay. Hey John, do you like the cartoon Avatar? Another anime question. Like I said, I have a good friend, and he says that show's awesome, really enjoys it, and he's the guy who talked me into going to see The Last Airbender when it came out, and we both left 10 minutes before the movie was over because we just couldn't take it any longer. And he's a huge fan of the Avatar cartoons, or anime, I'm sorry. John, if you liked Crackdown 1 and 2, you must play Saints Row. Yeah, the new Saints Row game looks cool. Like I said, I kind of gave up on video games for right now. I simply just don't have the time to dedicate hours and hours of video games. I wish I did. I honestly, if I could make one wish, it would be time moves slower for me. Like, if an hour to you is an hour, like 1 hour to me is like, what are we talking about anymore? I wish my days were like 5 days long and time moved slower. I'd like a biopic of Bob Kane, creator of Batman, or Stan Lee. Yeah, I'd like to see the Bob Kane documentary story. There might be something out there. I'll have to look into it. I totally agree with you on James Cameron making more movies. It's a real shame he hasn't chosen to stay on Pandora for the... Oh, it's a shame that he's chosen to make more Avatar movies. What a waste of time. I'd love to see him tackle a thriller. Yeah, he was actually... he was supposed to make Battle Angel, I believe. It's like a futuristic movie, and I guess that kind of fell through. Yeah, it's kind of a shame that he is making so many damn Avatar movies. But I get that the guy, that's what he wants to do, then so be it. But it would be nice to throw something else in the mix. Hopefully, after he's done directing the Avatar movies, he can move on to something really cool and original. So I'd love to see that. Hey John, do you prefer Freddy vs. Jason, Ghostface vs. Michael Myers, or Chucky vs. Pennywise? I'd probably like to see Freddy vs. Jason too, but I'd like to see a more gritty, like hard, like I know the last one was rated R, but I'd like to see a gritty version of that. The last one felt a little too clean for me. John, where's the workout channel? I don't know, man. Here's my thing. I honestly want to do more vlog videos, just going to the gym, making it fun. And but my one downfall with that is every once in a while that'd be fine. But when I go to the gym, I don't want to have the obligation of setting up a video camera for every different set of workout that I do. Because when I go to the gym, I like to put the headphones on and I just go for it. Like if I stop, I don't want to lose that intensity. I just like to hit every weight I can with as much energy as I can, and to sit there with a camera in between, I feel like it kind of slow me down. But maybe one day I will try to jump into it. Right now I'm just trying to focus on my 2 channels that I have right now. So but it is there. The idea exists, and maybe one day. Speaking of Fast and Furious, I went up to Pikes Peak in Colorado a couple weeks ago. On the way down, I saw a tour bus that was all blacked out. Apparently, they were filming Fast and Furious 7. Oh, that's interesting. Very cool. Hey, not really a question. Hey, John, what was your cross-country 5K personal record time? I really don't remember any of my times from cross-country. I will say, in cross country, I was one of those people, like, I think the best I ever did was I got 7th place, but that's not bad considering there was always like 100 people in every race. I don't remember what my times were, to be honest with you, at all. I wish I did. But I was slightly above average when it came to cross country. I actually hate running. I don't even know why I did it. Let's keep going. Hey Johnny, have you seen Predator? Of course I've seen Predator. Do you watch these videos? Killing me, I'm right here! What are your views? I really like the movie. What are your views on Arnie coming back to the Conan film? I love Arnie. I love to see him do more. As long as he can play his age and he's not pretending to be something he's not, I'm cool with that. I love Arnie. I actually just watched a documentary about Arnold last night and his earlier days working out on YouTube last night. Hey John, if you were a superhero, what would your name be? And you can't be a superhero already in the comics. It has to be original. I don't know. I'd probably be like that guy who has a lot of superpowers. Like I have super strength, super ability, everything's just amazingly super powered. But I'm lazy. Like I don't want to go save people. I just want to hang out all day and watch movies. And when it's convenient for me, I use my superpowers. I'd be called the Flickster. That's what I'd be called. And people would be like, well, yeah, we have this superhero that lives on Earth, but we don't really rely on him. Like he shows up every once in a while, but it's not for what we need him. So that's who I would be. Hey John Flickster, I'm a huge fan on YouTube. Okay. Have you ever seen the Evil Dead movies? If so, what are your thoughts? I have seen all of the Evil Dead movies. Now, I like them all. I like the earlier ones. They're cheesy, they're campy, they're a lot of fun. The new one, the remake, I really enjoyed. I actually did a movie review for that on the Flick Pick channel. How long have we been talking here? All right, let's talk for a few more minutes here. Let's try to hit as many questions as we can. Hey John Flickster, hey Johnster the Monster. I like that. What is your least favorite movie of all time? Also, what is your favorite video game of all time? Favorite video game of all time would probably be, let's go retro, let's go a little bit old school. I'd say Super Mario World would probably be my favorite one of all time. I'd probably put more hours into that game than any other game. Just something about playing it just takes you back to the good days. As far as least favorite movie of all time, I don't know where to begin on that. I mean, I really don't know where to begin on that. There's so many bad movies out there that I absolutely hate, and I can't stand to watch. I will tell you, my least favorite genre of film is found footage movies. They're hard to accept as rewatchable, fun movies for me. Are you going to watch Sleepy Hollow? This Johnny Depp movie? I've seen it several times. It is a good October movie for sure. I don't know if I might rewatch it. Yeah, it seems like a good October fun time. Ichabod Crane? Is that his name? Ichabod. I want my name to be Ichabod. What is a good place to buy cheap Blu-rays? I've said it once and I'll say it again. If you have pawn shops, go to pawn shops. Look for Blu-rays. That's the good place to find them. What films must I definitely have in my Blu-ray collection? I've made countless videos about that. Just go to my Flickpick channel and search them out. I will. Hey John, I love your reviews. Have you ever watched a James Dean movie? I think I've watched one of them. I don't remember which one it was though. What is the one? Rebel Without a Cause, I believe. But that wasn't the one. I don't remember. Hey, a little help here. Can someone please tell me where to submit a question for the next Q&A? On this video, down below in the comments section. Just type your question right below, and I'll attempt to answer it next week. Hey, Johnny boy, I bet you look mighty fine. I already answered that question. Did you ever watch the TV show Freaks and Geeks? Yeah, I have watched a few episodes of it. I really enjoyed it. It got canceled like after the second season. I played Crackdown 2. Orbs! Yeah, somebody who understands the orb obsession on Crackdown. If you play Crackdown, running around jumping through the skyscrapers trying to get those damn orbs, that's what life was all about. That's all that mattered for those days I was trying to do that. John, what are your thoughts on the Commissioner Gordon TV show? I'm sorry, I just spent a lot of time going through questions. I know I didn't answer a lot, but I literally answered 90% of them already before. Commissioner Gordon TV show, they are definitely trying to copy what Marvel's doing with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Could the TV show work? Yeah, but it's like, how do you... I get what they're going for. I think they could make it interesting. It could be good. There's a lot of villains, a lot of things that they could kind of introduce into there. But it's like, where's Batman? Like, I'm sorry. Nobody truly wants to watch a Commissioner Gordon TV show without Batman in there somewhere. But I guess they might... Here's what I've heard. They might do it before Batman comes to Gotham to be Batman. Or they might do it in the... in between years where Batman's gone. Like, he took a break for like so many years. But either way, I don't know. I'm not that interested to watch it. Hey, Johnny Utah, what are your thoughts on the new Godzilla movie coming out next year? You're awesome. I'm curious. I'll definitely watch it. It'll be a fun movie. By the way, speaking of movies, I'm going to see Gravity probably tomorrow night. I'm going to try to see it in IMAX 3D. So... that's the next movie I'm seeing. But, John, have you ever thought about making t-shirts? Yes, by the way, I do have some t-shirt designs. I'll put a link down below. I've made a couple for, like, the Flickpick channel, John Flickster. I've also made some other t-shirts for, like, pulp culture type movie things. I have more designs coming. So if you want to check that out, click the link down below. And by the way, here's my deal to you. If you ever do buy one of my t-shirts, okay? If you can Twitter me a picture or send me a video, like send me a link on Facebook, which is linked down below, or on YouTube, wearing the t-shirt, I will give you a shout out in one of my upcoming Q&A videos if you're wearing the t-shirt. Because that'd be really cool. Do you like How I Met Your Mother? That could be... You could almost pretend like that's a different question. Hey, do you like The Way I Met Your Mother? Yes, I've watched this show a few times. It's okay. I'm not like one of those diehard fans of the show. So anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the first part of the Q&A. Join me for part 2, annotation somewhere on this video, maybe right there. Right there probably seems like a good place. Anyway, guys, ask more questions down below, and join me for part 2 of the Q&A.